Hi guys, welcome back to another exciting video. Today we'll be checking out this video from Life Action. It's titled Abortionist Confesses I knew they were humans and I did not care, and I didn't care. I know that we have a lot of pro-choice out there, and they have valid reasons why they own their bodies and they have the right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies. But today we'll be hearing from an ex-abortionist and what she thinks about abortion. I feel like it's important that we hear from people who have gone through a process just to learn from their experiences, right? Yeah, before we dive into it, I'm Oge. Welcome to the channel. If it's your first time here, hi. Do well to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Let's quickly check this out together.
I have a question that I've always wondered. When I had to look for the body parts, the 5 pieces of the baby, the first time I knew that was a human being. Like, the scales fell off my eyes, and I was literally in shock. And the abortionist came in to make sure that everything was in the petri dish, right? This big dish that we had. And he was whistling, and I remember him saying to everybody, "What are we all gonna have for lunch?" When before this abortion, he told me to tell the young woman it was not a baby, it was a sack of tissue. And I remember screaming inside of myself, how can he not see what I'm seeing? And my question is, could you see? Could you see that those were babies?
I can answer that for myself. I cannot speak for any other abortionist in the world.
Okay, he's the
Did I know those were human beings? Absolutely. I didn't care. I did not care.
For me, and I don't know the mechanism, I don't know the mental mechanism taking place, but for me, I guess I knew they were human, but it was very schizophrenic. But my interest was extremely scientific. I didn't see the difference between them and a chick embryo, or a frog that we dissected. I thought they were beautiful. Again, I don't know how this is possible, but I had the same reaction as Abby Johnson, that when I looked, I thought, oh, look at the little toes and look at the little fingers. They're so amazing. But somehow I didn't see them as little people, that were worth caring about. If the mom wanted her baby and she was miscarrying, I was distraught with her.
Yeah.
But if she didn't want her baby, then I was willing to dispose of that child, of that baby. And it wasn't until I read an article comparing abortion to the Holocaust that I suddenly realized that I could do these terrible things because I didn't consider them human beings. I didn't see them as human. And I guess more like animals. Although I can't imagine myself being willing to pull off the arms and legs of a little kitten. I probably would have had more sympathy for that. But somehow there's this darkness that clouds your mind. And you can do things that you would never think possible. I thought I was a good person. I have to apologize. I really thought I was helping women and had no idea the trauma, and the scarring that I left in my wake. All the girls that I did abortions on were young girls, college students, probably some high school students, all for normal pregnancies. None of them were for maternal indications or fetal indications. They were all just normal babies. And I do worry about what happened to those women later, because I know for me, it was very traumatic once I realized what I had done, once I'd had a baby, how traumatic.
I have a question for this woman. Why was she still aborting when she knew that she didn't feel good about what she was doing? My question is, why would she continue to help young women abort their children when you were not happy to do it. Like the first man that said he knew they were humans, but he didn't care. I feel like for the difference would be that maybe because he's a man, he doesn't understand what it means to conceive a child, carry a child, birth a child, and all of that. So would that be the reason why he didn't care? And for this woman, she will do it anyway, but she feels a certain way about carrying out an abortion on her patient. My question for her is, why would you continue doing something you are not happy about? Do you understand? But let's complete the video.
It was for me, and again, I also went through a post-abortal syndrome. Thankfully, I had people around who could give me the counseling and the healing that I needed to heal. And I also have to admit, unlike you felt more guilty because of your involvement in other people's abortions. I felt more guilty that I could actually kill my own child as opposed to killing other people's children. Not that either is less, but I had more trouble forgiving myself for killing my own child.
You know, we've talked about that process of how you become progressively insensitive, desensitized to you as a human being, and desensitized to the human being that's inside of you that I'm about to kill, as long as you give me the money. But I think I'm also recognizing there's superimposed on that a switch that puts those scales on, the same way I could take glasses off and glasses on. A Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. You see, I can be down the hall and deliver a live baby, be involved with labor and delivery, and it's good old Dr. Robinson, happy and encouraging another push. Yeah, we call the baby's almost here, and here's the baby, cut the umbilical cord, and everybody's happy. And walk a few feet down the hall, Dr. Jekyll switches to Mr. Hyde, and I kill the baby. Same person, same doctor, but I don't believe they're really the same person spiritually. The enemy has the capability of manifesting himself in you appropriately. And again, I take responsibility for that, but you're actually able to flip a switch almost instantaneously from healer to killer.
Well, I think both doctors and moms do that. It's so easy to talk about somebody else's life, but if I talk to a group, I remind them of something. Today, you're an adult. Once you were a child, you didn't look anything like you look today. Once you were this big, but it was always you. And try to personalize it, because you're right. We can turn it on and turn it off. We learned that in medical school. Day one. If I'm doing surgery, hysterectomy, nothing to do with abortion. For that hour, that's a collection of arteries, nerves, veins. Don't cut the ureter, get the uterus out, make sure she doesn't bleed too much. Don't let her get infected. And I know intellectually that she's a mom and a wife, and she has family and people that love her. But for that time, that's the job. An abortion is the same.
You know, I never had any regrets about what I was doing or any qualms until I was doing my neonatal rotation. And I realized that I was killing babies the same age as ones I was trying to save. But the training is so effective, and you learn to compartmentalize so well that I just was able to shove those thoughts to the back of my mind, and I didn't think about it again.
Abortionists meet women who have had an abortion. Do you guys think that? I personally feel like they are doing their job, but for the woman, she feels so guilty. Like I asked earlier, you feel so guilty about doing something. You feel like you're doing something really wrong, and you kept on doing it. Why though? Why would she do that? Do you get what I mean? Because for the woman, it's a different experience for the woman. You're the one carrying the child, you're the one who conceived, you're the one who's supposed to have birthed the child and all of that. For the man who is a doctor or an abortionist, he might not feel so bad, to be honest. He might not feel so bad until he starts realizing that he's killing babies. Like he said now, he compared abortion, carrying out an abortion, to having a surgery. So he saw it as a very similar situation. It's crazy though. I don't know how to feel about this video. The woman who was crying, I mean, why was she crying? She went ahead to have an abortion. I mean, probably it wasn't convenient for her, but she went ahead to have an abortion, and now she feels so bad about it, or she feels so bad that the man didn't care. Do you understand what I mean? Anyway, let's know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.